I love that you're such an advocate for homeschool as well. So did y'all homeschool your 6 children?
We did. In our family, we've had a little of everything. So our kids
Yeah.
started out going to a great little private school that we found. Someone recommended it in our neighborhood. It was wonderful. And then once it got to sixth grade, and we had 6 kids, so when our oldest went to sixth grade, we had to figure out where's he going to go to seventh grade. And the private schools really didn't appeal to us. They were they had problems, and the public schools certainly didn't appeal to us in Los Angeles, and we didn't know what to do. And a friend began talking to us about homeschooling, and I thought that homeschoolers were crazy. Like you're the weirdo Amish parents that seclude your kids away from everybody else, and you don't care about their education. They're not going to get socialized, all the things. And then somebody told me, no, it's the exact opposite. We actually care about our children's education. That's why we're not sending them into this cesspool over here. And we really value the relationship and the time that we get to spend with them. And we're free to teach our kids whatever we want to teach them on our schedule. So we're not locked in to Easter break and Christmas break and having to call it, spring break and winter break. We're not locked into 5 days a week and 2 days on the weekends. We can invert them if we want to and have 5-day weekends and 2-day weeks, and the whole world is our classroom. And I'm thinking, okay, all right, like what planet are you guys from? And once we made the leap into the world of homeschooling, we discovered it was one of the best decisions that we ever made for our family. We would never change it. It was awesome. It's scary and it's challenging, and you can do it poorly, just like anything else, right? Like marriage. Is marriage great? Is marriage awesome? Well, you can really be a jerk in your marriage, and you can really hurt your wife and have a miserable time together, or you could honor God, give it everything that you've got, and trust that He will help you in the hard spots. And then I think you could have a great marriage. Same with homeschooling. It's if you do it the right way, and that is with all of your heart, you see it as a sacred responsibility and privilege, and you make use of all the resources God gives you, I think you will think it was one of the best things you ever did.
Yeah, it's interesting. I've heard some crazy stats around homeschooling, like even as far as single moms working a job with their children, homeschooling them. And their stats were still higher than a lot of the public school stats. So
Yeah.
I think like we've kind of put school in a box, so to say, and there's a lot of different ways to educate our children. And that's so cool. I feel like I wish your wife was here and I wish I could hear from her. I'm sure she was super integral
She'd love to
in the
talk with
journey.
you. She really was,
Probably,
and she was the primary educator
yeah.
of the kids, of course, because I'm working and I'm traveling, and so it's teamwork for sure. But she was primarily the one who was reading to them and teaching them, and then there's all sorts of resources for people today, including online education. So many church co-ops, so many homeschool networks and conferences. It's very different than it was 30 years ago, and we have the benefit of having, I think it's up to, I think your producer told me that maybe 10 years ago, 15 years ago, about 2% of families in America homeschooled their children. Now it's up to 14%. That's massive.
Massive.
And it's
Wow.
very exciting. I think it's one of the great hopes that we have for this
Right.
country, healing and becoming healthy again.